Hi there, Motorrad World fans, and welcome to the new 2023 KTM 890 Duke GP. Now, not a new bike to the market by any stretch of the imagination. However, KTM have marketed the 890 Duke GP as an exciting visual alternative to the base 890 and Duke 890R. The GP really is a pretty motorcycle, and in my opinion, this is what the KTM 890 Duke R should be or should look like. So, what's new on the GP then? For starters, it's got an orange spray job with KTM GP decal kit. It's also got the orange KTM 890 Duke R wheels, which do stand out from the crowd. And finally, to finish off the looks, KTM have added a seat cowl as standard. Now, unfortunately, not as its name suggests, but the KTM 890 Duke GP isn't a higher spec bike than the KTM 890 Duke R. It fits snugly in between the base 890 and 890 Duke R. The 890cc parallel twin motor hasn't changed, and in the GP it remains the same as that in the 890 Duke, the base model, which both produce 115 horsepower and 92 Newton meters of torque. The R has an increase in horsepower to 121 horsepower and 99 Newton meters of torque, and this is due to an increase in bore and stroke, higher compression, and a higher RPM limit. The KTM 890 Duke GP still remains a great everyday companion. It is easy to ride and easy to navigate through traffic, as you can see here. At 169 kilos dry, the 890 Duke GP is still one of the lightest bikes in its class. It also comes standard with the 3 riding modes, range, street and sport, with the optional track pack also available. The handling on the GP is pinpoint precise and offers great feedback. However, unfortunately, the WP suspension is non-adjustable, unlike that which comes on the R as standard. And this moves us on to the brakes, which work very well and are fade-free. However, once again, they are KTM branded calipers and not the flat-out Brembos that you get on the KTM 890 Duke R. As with all KTM 890 Dukes, the bike will appeal to a broader spectrum of riders, thanks to its 820mm seat height, which remains modest and average in its segment. The riding position remains typically naked, meaning that you'll be able to ride the full day and empty out that 14-litre fuel tank. So overall then, the KTM 890 Duke GP is a well-rounded bike, a well-finished bike with great KTM, typical KTM quality. However, I just wish that they would have called the bike something else rather than the GP. As when I hear GP, I think a higher spec, and unfortunately I was a little bit disappointed with the spec that I got while riding the GP. However, what I wasn't disappointed with was the fact that I was still riding a KTM 890 Duke, one of the best middleweight motorbikes on the market today. A huge thank you to RAD KTM in Rivonia for the use of their beautiful 890 Duke GP demo. If you're looking to take the bike for a spin, give them a call on 011 2345 007.